Hello students, this is Neeta Biju. Welcome to another class of business studies. In today's class, we are going to discuss a very important topic, that is functions of management. So functions of management means all the activities or operations that is performed by a manager in an organization in order to achieve the organizational objectives. So there are many functions of management, but we'll be studying the most important functions of management, that is planning, organizing, staffing, directing and controlling. I repeat, dear students, we have basically 5 very important functions of management, that is planning, organizing, staffing, directing and controlling. So we'll just have a brief introduction of all these functions because all these functions are separately studied chapter wise in our syllabus. So we'll have a brief introduction of all these functions. For the first function, the planning. Planning, you're all very familiar. We have to plan anything. We have to plan an event, we have to plan our career, we have to plan anything for that matter. If we are going for a picnic, if we are going on a vacation, we need to plan. So planning is always what comes first. So we need to plan before taking any further steps. So planning also comes as a first very important function of management here. So planning is a function of determining in advance what is to be done and who is to do it. So planning basically answers all the questions: who, where, why, what, how, when. All these question marks should be answered while we are planning. Only then planning process is complete. So this implies setting goals well in advance and developing a way of achieving them efficiently and effectively. So we need to plan out today. We have to think today what we are going to do tomorrow and how we are going to achieve the goals with the given resources at the given period of time, and that is what is planning all about. So here you should know, dear students, planning cannot prevent problems. You cannot escape from any problem or risk while you're planning. When you're planning doesn't mean that you can avoid risk or problem, but you can be ready with all the you can say remedies to face the problems and to face the risk or contingencies in future. So planning cannot prevent problems, but it can predict them and prepare contingency plans to deal with them if and when they occur. So if at all future is uncertain, if at all anything unforeseen occurs, how to deal with it, planning can teach us. Planning will help us out how to deal with the uncertainties in future. So the next important function of management is organizing. So in organizing, after we have this very important function of planning, we need to bring in the resources that will work out for our plans and according to our plans in order to achieve the goals. So organizing basically means gathering up the resources. Here, management function of assigning duties, grouping of tasks, establishing authority and allocating resources required to carry out a specific plan is what is organizing all about. So once a specific plan has been established for accomplishment of an organizational goal, the organizing function examines the activities and resources required to implement the plan. So what are the things required for actually attainment of goal according to our plan is what is organizing all about. So it determines what activities and resources are required. It decides who will do a particular task and where it will be done. Organizing involves the grouping of required tasks into manageable departments or work units and the establishment of authority and reporting relationship within the organizational hierarchy. So basically here organizing process involves grouping of duties and tasks. Each task is divided, it is grouped. After that, it is allocated into different departments. It is divided into different departments, and then all these department we are appointing and assigning people to accomplish the goal or task, and that is what is organizing all about. And it also very importantly tells us about the authority and reporting relationship. Authority and reporting relationship means who should give orders and to whom anybody should report back, who is answerable to whom, and who should give orders. And this is what is called as authority and reporting relationship. So all these things are very clear in the organizational hierarchy while management is organizing. So who should do what duties should be assigned, what is your authority, what is your responsibility, whom you should report to, what is your task, everything is very clear in the organizing function. Our next function is again very important function here, which is also called as nothing but staffing. Staff means employees or workers. So staffing, simply stated, is nothing but in finding the right people for the right job. It's very important here. If you misplace people, if you put the wrong person for the wrong job, then the organization is finished. So that is why it's very important here. It's a very important function of management. Staffing is very important aspect of management where it makes sure that the right people with the right qualification and with the right experience are available at the right places, in the right position, and at the right time to accomplish the goals of the organization. And this staffing process is also called as human resource function, and it involves activities such as recruitment, selection, placement, training of personnel, etc. So here staffing means simple, keeping or appointing the right person for the right job. So when you're talking about recruitment, it is inviting applications from the public and making them apply for the jobs, selecting them through interviews and tests. After the selection is done, you place them in the right position, you train them for further career development and programs, you promote them, or you have any sort of programs to improve their performance. All this is what is coming as staffing process. So staffing is a very important function of management where the right person is put at the right place. Accountants should be put in accounting department, marketers should be put in marketing department, sales personnel should be put in sales department. This is how staffing goes all about. So that is what staffing plays a very important role as a function of management. And the next function of management is directing. All of you are very familiar with film directors. Once they say action, only then all the actors start performing. So same is the case here. The management, a manager as a director has to involve himself in leading, motivating employees to perform the task assigned to them. This requires establishment of an atmosphere that encourages employees to do their jobs their best. Motivation and leadership are the two main keys of direction. Directing also involves communicating effectively as well as supervising the employees at the workplace. Motivating workers means simply creating an environment that makes them want to work. So, a director's task is to lead the group from the front as a leader, guide them, instruct them, maintain discipline, and lead them towards the achievement of organizational goals. Lead them at the right path. Maintain discipline by communicating very effectively, by supervising, by seeing that everything is going on well or not, by leading them, by motivating them, by making them perform their tasks correctly, and leading them towards the goal is what is directing all about. The next very important function of management is controlling. So controlling is simple here. It's keeping a watch or monitoring. In simple words, controlling is nothing but seeing and watching whether everything is going on according to the plans or not. So controlling in management function of is monitoring or organizational performance towards the attainment of organizational goals. The task of controlling involves establishing standards of performance, measuring current performance, and comparing it with the established standards and taking corrective action where any deviations are found. So, here controlling is basically nothing but you have a standard set and you have people performing their jobs. The task of a manager is to compare the actual performance with the standard set and check whether everything is going on well or not, whether the performance is up to the mark or not, and if at all it is not up to the mark, why is it not up to the mark? And this is what is called as deviation. We have negative deviation, we have positive deviation, we have zero deviation. If the performance is up to the mark, it's zero deviation, and if it is beyond the mark, it is positive deviation. And if it is not up to the mark, then the corrective actions will come into picture here. And deviation is nothing but it is the difference, or you can say what drawbacks or what is keeping the organization away from its goal is what is called as deviation here. So in order to take corrective action, if you find any deviation, we need to take corrective actions, and these corrective actions are the remedies, or the solutions. And those corrective actions can be even changing of plans, changing of objectives, bringing in more resources, or changing of resources whatsoever. Anything it can be. That is what is called as corrective action. So basically here, controlling of management function is nothing but monitoring and seeing and checking whether everything is going on accordingly or not in a corrective manner, so that everybody achieves the organizational objectives. So to conclude, dear students, we have these various functions of management. They are discussed in order, of course. And the manager, that is, first plans, then organizes the resources, then puts the people, the staff or the workers in their position, and then leads them and motivates them and directs them towards the goal, and controls them means monitors them whether everything is going on accordingly or not, and if at all it's not going on well, why it is not going on well, and take corrective actions for that. But in reality, all these functions of management are interrelated. They are interrelated in the sense they cannot be performed separately, or they cannot be performed in isolation, and therefore it is very difficult to know where one function began and where it has ended. So these functions are always interrelated. Therefore we can conclude that management is a series of continuous interrelated functions. They are not isolated or separated functions. They are a series of interrelated functions. This is all for today's class, dear students. Thank you.